use. Do you have all your products lined up? Are you going to show that thing?
What thing?
I don't know.
No, you can't see it.
What are you going to show? The headphones?
Yeah!
And?
That's it. Oh, we could do the... Alright, let's do this.
I'll just hold the mic up. And sleep minutes.
Alright, we ready?
I don't have it. I can take my wallet out.
No, I mean...
Ask you probing questions.
Here, we can... I was gonna say we can turn that on and it's in the corner. We'll put more shit up. I might get Titanfall guy and put him in here. You seen Titanfall guy? Yeah.
No.
I'll show you Titanfall guy. Okay.
I want to see Fallout. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. Fallout is good.
Hey, dog. God, you're quiet.
Okay.
My dog snores.
Ready? Do the intro, Paul.
Hey, it's Paul.
Hey, it's Pej.
We're back.
Hope you're doing well. Another week.
Another week. We're still in the same place.
I think this is our thing.
Yeah.
So, I've been doing a lot of travel now for work. And when I left IBM, my old team, great group of guys and gals, gave me a gift certificate. And I was like, oh, I wonder what I'm going to get. They highly recommended I get a new Apple TV, but I was like, I don't know. I'm not quite on that one yet. But I did see a new pair of headphones. And I'm a big Bose fan. I've had these noise-canceling headphones since they first came out. Bose makes some phenomenal headphones, and if you're on a plane, noisy, kids screaming, you put these on, and literally, you're in a different place, and it's beautiful. And they're really nice because they fit nice and light. Sound is pretty good. You got a switch that you can change the type of connection you're into, either up the sound or fade it a bit.
So you wanted to trade up from Bose?
Yeah. So I was in the Apple store, got my gift certificate from my old team, and I picked up these wireless studio headphones. And the reason I went for it is because I want a really good sound. And
Beats, by the way.
Yeah, the Beats, the Dr. Dre's. I wanted a pair of really good headphones, and I like the bassiness of these guys.
That's what you want.
They're phenomenal. I had a Bluetooth one. Previous one, which was really nice, but I wanted also noise canceling, I wanted Bluetooth, I wanted wireless, I wanted it all. I wanted a headphone that did it all. Now, when you buy an all-in-one, you got to give up on something. So the noise canceling on these isn't as good as the Bose's, but the fact that it's Bluetooth, it's wireless, USB charged, wonderful. So
how long can you listen on a charge with Bluetooth?
I've been about 13 hours, so I was literally I was on a flight to Tokyo on my way to Kuala Lumpur. These things were awesome. I just put them on, and they didn't even feel like they were on there. I fell asleep, woke up, watched movies. Right. They're wonderful.
Would you save energy if you plug them in? Because then it's just powering the noise.
No. So the minute you turn them on, so it's got a wired connection because you need that on a plane.
Yeah.
But they are noise canceling without, right? And if you plug it in, then the noise cancelling is always on. So it doesn't matter what you do, noise cancelling is always on. If you use the Bluetooth for pure wireless, it obviously doesn't last 13, 14 hours. But I gotta tell you, when this thing drains, when you charge it back up, within 15, 20 minutes, I'm ready to go again.
Quick charge?
Yeah, so I don't have to sit there and wait for the whole thing. And I don't know, these things just...
It better be good. They charge a premium for them.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Are you still there? I can't hear you. No, they're great. They fit good. They're nice and comfy.
Cone of silence.
And even if you don't have them on, the fact that this fits all around your ear, right? It gives you that bit of noise canceling.
They do feel good when you put them on. They don't
and I got
earache from them. That's the over the ear problem I always have. Is your ears are after an hour.
Yeah, no, I know these are good, and there's probably lighter pairs that you can get. I mean, if you're a real audiophile, you may go, well, they're Dre's, they're too bassy, not enough this that. I love them. I think they're great for the type of music I listen to. It's not Slayer or Iron Maiden 24/7, but it plays.
I mean, you got equalizers and stuff, right? Like you can.
If you have the Apple phone, you get the battery indicator right on there, and they do come. I mean, here I'll show you.
Yeah.
They come in a nice carrying case, right? which is kind of cool.
Sort of hard shell.
Yeah, a soft shell, semi-hard, I guess.
Right.
And then they also have, if you want to have a wired connection for mic as well. So this has mic and controls on it. Or if you just want to listen to music, you got another cable, as well as it has a built-in microphone and speakers, obviously.
Right.
So if you're Bluetooth, you're all set. If you like the wire, you can do that
Have
as
you
well.
used it to take calls?
I do this with conference calls. I hook it up to the laptop. I got the headphones. I'm walking around the room when I'm on a conference call. They work great.
Right.
Don't hear the wife, which is not necessarily a good thing. But no, they work good, and I'm a big fan. Very, very big fan.
So how much are they?
They're pricey. They're about $300.
Wow.
All right, probably
Half
close to
of
$4.
for Dr. Dre.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think it's a third Dr. Dre, a third Apple, then the third is actually the Tech.
The Tech.
Right, but I think it's like $300-400. You can get them at the Apple store or anywhere else that sells them. They go on sale. I highly recommend them. If you got money to burn, I highly recommend them. But yeah, no, I like them, and it reminds me of my old team. I hear them all constantly every time I put these things on. So
you still have your Bose ones?
I still have my Bose ones. They kind of sit in the.
See, I'll take them off here.
Yeah, I bet you will.
I can slum it with the Bose for a while.
The other thing I want to show you is, so I was at Costco, and always protecting my gear. You got to buy the right type of, electrical outlet. So this is protected electrical outlet. You can see there's 6 plugs.
So
right?
Surge protection.
It shows you the grounded colors when you hook it up and all that. Nice thing about it, when you plug your items in, you can turn them so that they all fit, right?
Big fat adapters will fit.
Exactly. But I thought the really cool thing that these came with is you buy a kit, it's like $25. You also get this. So this is a smaller version of what I was just showing you. Has a built-in plug in the back, protected, grounded, surge protection, all that goodness, and 2 USBs. And you may go, well, why do I need this little one if I got the big one? This is great if you're traveling. You just throw in your bag, and you've got an instant USB charger, and you don't have to carry all the
2 outlets and 2 USBs.
Yeah, you don't have to carry all the plugs with you. You can literally go anywhere. My favorite one of those, I have a Belkin, which has 3 and 2, which is really, really cool. That's like $20 on Amazon. But if you're in the market to get a surge protector, and I always try to get through mine, every other year, throw one out, get a new one, just because I have too much gadgets that I tend to
fried or potentially fried.
Yeah. So I always watch out for that. But no, these are great. $25 at Costco. Who makes them?
25 for the whole pack.
For both, yeah. $25 for the whole pack, or 22 and change. This is 360 electrical. It's revolutionary. I don't know if that's true, but hey, I love this. Throw it in your bag when you travel, or have it up at the kitchen counter and you can plug in your USB.
Well, I think the rotation thing, obviously that's
the big thing.
Because one of those is going to be an adapter, and it always hogs.
Yeah, it takes up 3 spots right there, right? So, no, very cool.
Practical. Cool.
What's going on with you?
I have no gadgets.
No gadgets this week?
No. I'm more just reading a lot and watching a lot. And
what are you reading?
Listening a lot. Well, I'm doing what I said I would never do, which is I'm juggling between multiple books at the same time, one on a Kindle and one on like audiobooks, so I'm pretty much caught up on audiobooks. I don't know, I've been listening to a lot of these, I'm in a career transition right now, so it's a lot of books out there.
What's to do with all your free time?
Well, now I can budget my free time, but there's obviously all these books that are going to tell you how to discover your passion and what you want to do. And after you read a couple of them, you realize they're all saying the same thing, and that they're all kind of...
What are they saying then?
Hooey, right? Well, they take you through exercises to figure out what you're passionate about, and then it's all about, are you going to be able to live off of that? Can you monetize your passion? What if my passion is to...
See, my passion is making money, so I need...
There's lots of people with that passion.
I like to make money. I like to, make money, lead teams, grow through the team, have big impacts with teams, and watch individuals grow up. One of my favorite things is if you lead teams, you happen to manage people, is watching and learning through your employees, but also identifying the things that they're doing and helping them kind of grow in their careers. I had a couple of guys I worked with in my last job. They were outstanding. I mean, this one guy, really bright, really smart, always was a goer and a doer. Mm-hmm. And all you need to do is just give him some guardrails, right? Mm-hmm. Just, kind of guide him in the right direction, put some guardrails so that if he wanted to jump over those, he could. But that, he had a safety net, right? He knew that, here's where I should need to operate in. And, tell him, my favorite one, his name's Kevin. My favorite thing for him to do was every time he'd come to a meeting, I'd ask him why. Like he'd go and do something, I'd go, well, why did you do that? And he goes, well, this is what someone told me. I go, well, did you think that was the right thing? Yeah, I think so. Well, why did you think? So I end up in every conversation asking him why 5 times. By the end of it, he was like, yeah, I don't know if I did the right thing. And he'd go back and figure it out. Well, he was a really good guy.
The secret to user research, too, is ask why 3 times.
Is that what
5 usually pisses them off. But yeah, I mean, you get to the heart of what the real,
I thought it was 5.
need is. I thought it was 3.
3?
I think
it's more than one.
3.
I think it's more than one. It's at least. I think you're right. I think it's at least 3.
The point is, ask
why. Don't go more than 5 or 6. Then.
At least to go. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like my kids were they're like 5, 6.
Kids are great at asking.
Yeah. Why? And it drives you nuts, but they're right.
But they lose it, by the way. Like educational systems kind of take that. They suck that inquisitive nature out of them.
Yeah.
Which you want to encourage.
Which you kind of need now back. I mean, I was telling you before we turned the camera on. Yeah. I'm big on design thinking, so I was at a offsite with the new team that I'm at now, and we had 2 guys, me and this other guy, Rick, who from the existing team. We brought in 3 or 4 other people to join our team, and we're brainstorming on where we need to take our team going forward. That's fine if everyone has the same level of knowledge, but you have 4 new guys join the team who knew nothing. They're only there for 2 days, and you had to get them up to speed relatively quickly. At the end of it, my boss is like, okay, so I want you to come back with what your plan is and what you're going to do in FY17, right? And I'm like, well, FY17, so 6 to 8 months from now, you're going to have to start it. And we're like, how do you get everyone up to speed? So to your point around user research, I use some design thinking tools that I learned about. And I'm a big design thinking fan. I mean, design thinking, if you don't know, it's all about the user, and it's being empathetic to what the user is trying to accomplish, right? So whether it's software, hardware, whatever your industry, if you're not using design thinking, you got to get with it.
It's like user-centered design. It's probably
I mean, IDEO and Stanford are kind of pioneered it, and every company's kind of doing their own thing. The company I work for, Microsoft, is taking it to another level, which is now focusing on disabilities. And how do you design for disabilities, because that in turn makes all of our products better. And I know you, from your background, that's key as well, right? Yeah. So the thing we did here is, 2 days, had to get everyone up to speed. Me and this other guy were the only guys who knew anything about the domain that we're in. But everyone had to contribute. And I like that, because from my point of view is when you're in the domain, when you're in the team, you get blinders on, right? So getting other people to come in who know nothing about you or your business or your group or your team dynamics always come up with some interesting stuff. And I also wanted them to engage, otherwise it would be 48 hours of pure hell. Right. We wouldn't get along, we'd fight, and that's not good either. Right. So design thinking tools. One, identify who the user is, right? To do an empathetic view of, who's the user. So what do they think? What do they feel? What do they do? What do they say, right? And that kind of gives you, and we all kind of, the goal was, the user was a consultant. So everyone knew something about a consultant. We've all done some sort of consultancy in our profession. And then build them up from who the user is to what the market is and what the channels are. So if you've ever done any value proposition work or business value proposition framework, that really helps. And really get people aligned on that. And the feedback I got was funny, because we had these judges that were going around. They were rating. There was 5 teams. They're all rating them. Right. The feedback I got was, you guys are taking too long. You're doing too much touchy-feely kind of stuff. Yeah, you're running out of time. By the end of the first day, we were ahead of any other team, because we identified the user, we identified the market and the channels, and now we were sitting there going, okay, now what are our offers? Right? And all the other teams were still debating around what tech they
have nothing to appeal to, right? They've lost the context.
That's right.
Yeah, so you need the context, and that's kind of fundamental. It's always a challenge. If you have an existing product, knowing who your users are is one thing. If you're coming up with a new product, which kind of gets into what I wanted to talk about, which was entrepreneurs and who's an entrepreneur and how do you come up with that initial product, and then how do you find out who the potential users are of that product.
Yeah, what the problem is, what problems are worthwhile going after.
Well, you're supposed to start with the problem. Right? Then it's not, I have a technology, who might go find, then go find who wants to use it. It's kind of a backwards approach to what problems out there aren't solved sufficiently.
You say that.
And then do it that way.
Yeah, no, but you say that. All right, so one, I think we agree with each other.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the first time for everything.
This won't happen ever again.
No, but you always start with the problem, right? That's what what you're advocating.
Yeah.
But I have been in so many meetings, and I know you have as well, where it's about the tech, right? Yeah. Where salespeople are wonderful about this. Where pre-sales will show up and go, "Let me just shotgun you a whole bunch of stuff about tech, and then you tell me if it solves any of your problems." And I'm like, you can't do that. People don't aspire to that. You don't actually lead a vision when you talk about the technology. The technology is meaningless. You have to. It's all about what problem you're going to solve for me that then I will pay you for, right?
Yeah, I think traditional sales guys go with that approach that I've worked with. They'll solve any of your problems and then come back and say, "Hey, does the product do this?" I just sold it. Right? So
what do you mean? It doesn't do that? No, you need to put that feature.
You need to put that in because I just sold it to them. Right?
Yeah, that's what I just promised.
They're good at getting to the what's the pain point of the customer and then milking it and going after it. Sometimes losing the connection with where the product is at that time.
Right.
But anyway, to each his own. It's sales, right? And pain relief. But what I wanted to talk about briefly was just working with teams and everything is great. I see this entrepreneurial economy thing happening where, first of all, not everybody is an entrepreneur and can be, but how do you know if you are, right? Is it that I have a good idea and I can validate it and have a business case behind it, therefore I'm an entrepreneur? At some point you're going to need help to deliver it. You can't do it all yourself.
Right.
But there are a lot of, you can do this business from your home, and everyone's preaching that they can do this stuff.
Yeah.
Make thousands of dollars and whatever and go set up a Shopify site and everything else. But it always comes back to what product or service are you delivering, and not everyone can think of that. Others, like myself, consider myself more of a finisher and can take the ideas and execute and ship a product, right? But I'm not the one sitting around blue skying all the time trying to find ideas. And it takes all kinds to deliver a product.
That's funny because I like blue skying.
I think that's your
I love like just brainstorming and coming up with those. Yeah. But I mean, there's the danger of that is that you brainstorm too much. And then you just focus on the brainstorming, and you gotta translate the activity and the ideas that you've come up with to what is now tangible, right? So
sometimes you need other people to do that, which kind of goes back to, can an entrepreneur really be all of those things together?
Some good, some can,
and have the idea and do
it's
the
very
tactics.
Rare. Right? It's very rare.
I'm going to do my social media and my brand, and I'm going to do my own emails and everything else.
Right.
It's a lot of work for one. People, not everyone's certainly cut out for being an entrepreneur. If the idea of entrepreneur is, a lifestyle business, something you can do out of your house.
So you read all these books. What are you gonna do?
Well, I mean, I wanted to explore go through the exercises of thinking about what motivates you, right?
Video games, beer.
Well, yeah, and then you're like, these things are what motivates me. I gotta make money doing it. I don't want to make money doing it. That would take away sort of the passion, right? Dude. So that's the distinction of it.
Just on that though, I mean, you were mentioning the last one of these shows that we did, where they're having the championships now. I thought it was like Call of Duty championships, or
Halo 5,
something like that, right?
Pro
it was Halo 5. You were saying.
Gaming,
How long have we been gaming?
Yeah, but I can't compete with the Twitch kids, man.
I know, but how long have we been gaming?
Something else.
And now it's a sport, and you get paid. Back when we were getting yelled at.
No, StarCraft was big 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, we got into that.
That was the one thing that I went, these guys in Korea getting paid money to play this game. But
Command and Conquer and StarCraft, those are the big ones.
But now it's everything.
Now it's everything. Yeah.
Everyone's sponsoring them.
You guys, you got kids, get them in a game get them to know how to use the the consoles or the mouse and keyboards. I think mouse and keyboard is still my favorite, but yeah, consoles good too.
Well, gaming's great because every interface is different, right? I mean, and you got to figure it out. And kids figure out interfaces quicker than.
Remember the Baldur's Gate interface? It was by far one of the best interfaces done. I was trying to bring that to BI products. As you look at data and on a number, you bring up this.
Well, like multiple toolbars that kind of roll around.
And then the toolbars would change based on the number that you're looking at and whether you're trying to forecast or do some prediction around it or not. That was one of the best interfaces.
Well, things they can't use anything that a Windows application could use. There's no dialogues coming up. There's no
right.
This is a real time action oriented. Yeah. Got to minimize the screen real estate, but there's still 1,000 commands that they need to show you.
Yeah,
right?
That was good.
Game design, UI design is really tricky. Right, some of the best stuff comes out of that. So anyway, we've rambled on long enough, but
here's our entrepreneurship.
I think that's a wrap.
Yeah.
Cheers.
That was good.
That was a long.